the night game on Turkey Day. I'm talking about the New York Giants at Washington, 8:30 Eastern start at FedEx Field. Looked like this was going to be a real marquee matchup in the preseason. Unfortunately, our Thanksgiving primetime game turned out to be a dud. Washington's still statistically alive in the playoff hunt, though. The markets opened this one up with the Redskins as the 7-point favorites and the total at 41.5. Since the markets opened it up, we've actually seen the G-men take a little money in the early going. The public bettors must still be really impressed with the Giants' home win against the underprepared Chiefs. Right now, Washington's laying just 6.5 against the spread, with the total moving all the way up to 44.5. Now, if you're betting sides and you think the Giants are going to continue with this momentum, just keep in mind they've covered a dismal 4 of 10 so far on the year. They're also 0-2 covering in games at the current posted total. The New York Football Giants have also struggled against the number as of late, failing to cover 4 of their previous 5 contests before yesterday's game against Kansas City. They're going up against a Redskins team who unfortunately finds ways to lose outright, but still manages to cover the spread in doing so. The Skins have successfully covered the spread in 2 of their last 3. They're also covering 50% of their games overall and have marquee covers over the likes of Seattle, New Orleans, and the Rams. All that in mind, if you're leaning toward Washington in this one, I don't foresee them taking a whole lot of money by the closing bell. Wouldn't be surprised if they were laying just 5.5 to 6 by kickoff. Now, when it comes to the scoring, we've seen a bunch of it in these Redskin games. 3 out of Washington's previous 4 games have gone over the posted total. The Skins gave up a rotund 35 points per contest on average in those unders. Meanwhile, somewhat similar story on the Giants side, as the G-men's games have gone 2-2 to the overs in their last 4 themselves. Not a whole lot of offensive production out of these New York Football Giants, though. The G-men averaged just 14 points of scoring in their last 4 contests. Having said all that, the public has bet this one up 3 points already on the total. You might just want to follow the money in the spot here, or maybe not. All said and done, though, I do think this is going to be a real big trap game for Giants bettors. Granted, their win last week at home over KC was certainly no fluke. Andy Reid tends to go very vanilla against his weaker opponents, and most of the times it comes back to bite him. That said, though, Andy does know when and where to lose games. You got to know when you can afford to lose one, and I think that's exactly what happened in yesterday's game at the Meadowlands. So look for Washington to beat up on an equally feeble opponent in New York. I think Washington can get it done. I don't want to lay the points. I do want to win this one, though. All told, I'm going to forego a play on the spread and the total. I do like the Washington Redskins. However, winning this one outright for some very expensive moneyline cash.